Tout le monde, hi everybody. So first and foremost, happy to be with my colleagues. We have a plan when it comes to Canada-US. Our goal is first and foremost to prevent tariffs, second to prepare a response, and thirdly to think about long-term how we can make sure that we can diversify our economy, our markets, and prevent trade barriers amongst provinces and territories. We've been engaged, the three of us, on making sure we have a strong relationship with our new American counterparts, and we'll continue to do so.
So, Melanie just repeated what I think is well known. Our government has been preparing with the incoming administration a conversation around how the economy of Canada and the economy of the United States and the cost of living in both countries and secure access to energy supplies, to critical minerals, is best when we work together. And applying tariffs to imports from Canada wouldn't benefit the economy of the United States. It clearly would have been negative for the Canadian economy. So we remain very much on the job to protect the Canadian economy. If the administration wants to study the economic and trade relationship between Canada and the United States, we think that's a positive opportunity for us to continue to tell the Americans, and obviously Canadians as well, the importance of working together and how both countries are stronger and more secure when we respect and honor a comprehensive free trade agreement. It's in the interest of American consumers and American businesses, but it's also very much in our own economic interest to maintain that partnership with the United States.
Yeah.
Mel?
Yeah, and I think what is important to remind ourselves is when President Trump tweeted back in December that he had concerns with the border and fentanyl, we acted, and we acted swiftly. And we presented a very strong border plan, which was presented by Dominic and also is being implemented by David right now. And we got some very positive feedback from the administration. And of course, meanwhile, we made sure to push for our interests and to convince a lot of Republican senators and key Republican decision makers about the value of a win-win relationship. So we'll continue to roll up our sleeves, and for all those watching us right now, what is really, really important is we need to continue to be Team Canada, and we need to be united.
So we are prepared to deal with any potential surge. I've met with the officials at the RCMP, the CBSA. There is domestic cooperation between our agencies, between the federal and provincial governments. We're working with our American counterparts, and we're watching very carefully. And we have just-in-time numbers coming to us at the border crossings. It's important for folks to understand if they're planning on trying to cross the border in between our ports of entry, it is illegal to do so, and it's dangerous to do so. So it's very important for folks to understand that we have a very, very tight cooperation, integration between the RCMP, the CBSA, our provincial counterparts, and our American partners, and we're working hand in glove on this.
You want to add anything?
I'd simply say I think the level of cooperation between Canadian and American border officials is very, very close. We continue to make progress. In Canada, we've purchased we've obtained a number of Black Hawk helicopters, which will make a big difference. We have mobile radar systems coming in that we're using in conjunction with our American colleagues. We've procured 60 new drones, which are actually made in the United States, from the United States, which are in keeping with their national security and our national security concerns. We've aligned our opening hours in terms of our border crossings. It's a very important issue. We've gotten rid of the notion of flagpoling, where people could go down around the border and come right back into our Canadian ports of entry. That's saved 8,000 days of work for our border officers here in the United States. I think it's important for Canadians and Americans both to remember this. We have a very strong border, and what we're doing is making it stronger. Stronger for Canada and stronger for the United States. Because frankly, the antidote to lose-lose is win-win. And this is very much about winning. And I think our American counterparts now have understood, on the border at least, there's very little daylight between us domestically and very little daylight between us and the United States.
Yep.
Feeling very good. I think we're working hard, anticipating more work. Managing this relationship is going to be important. This is President Trump's first day in office. It's an important day for him and his administration, and we will govern ourselves accordingly.